passed it out.
We did it a couple weeks ago.
I don't need one, I just
And
need
the
to.
back is the Holly and the Ivy.
So we're gonna get one definition of the Coventry Carol. We'll just start with that. It's not super high.
I do need the cover. It's out there.
But you don't need the ding dong, do you? Expectations.
I don't. It's already in the music.
All right, here we go. Soprano, alto, tenor, bass. Luli, lule, thou little tiny child. I luli, lulu, lule. Altos, use your note delay. For everybody else. Give the refrain a try. 1, 2, 3. Faces ready. Little tiny child. Tenors. 1, 2, 3. Little tiny child. Tenors and basses. Ready, go. Altos. Ready, go. Sopranos. Sorry. Altos, tenors, and basses. 1, 2, 3. Sopranos, ready, go. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we do the refrain one time in parts. Verse 1, we do together in unison. I like. Verse 1, the women. Verse 2, the men. And verse 3, we sing together. And when we do verse 3, we will sing in parts. The parts are similar to the refrain. All right, so let's do the refrain and then into verse 1. And sopranos and altos, you'll sing. Actually, altos, you can sing the alto part on verse 1. But sopranos, you sing the soprano part. And then verse 2, gentlemen, you should sing the soprano part, but down in your octave. But just sing the melody on verse 2. And then we'll all go back to the refrain in parts. And then verse 3, we'll sing parts on the refrain again. Okay, so here's the beginning. I'll play something like. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. time that'll be like 5 counts. 6 count is a breath. All right? So after that, then we go into verse 1. So we just did. Sopranos and altos, verse 1. The second line, especially for the tenor, after you did, and nevermore does day, then for thy parting either say nor sing, so that's the same part there, but for thy parting, you get for thy parting. Basses, could you do yours, the chorus? 1, 2, go. When we get there, it's a little sketchy. Everybody, please, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So we're going to do the very first time we sing piano, we'll increase in volume through the verses, and the very last time we sing piano again. All right, so we're going to, the whole shape of the whole thing is piano quietly at first, getting louder each time as we sing, and then through the end of the third verse kind of loud, and when we do the final refrain to be soft again. And I'll give you these things. I'll remind you. So piano, the refrain, and then the first verse is mezzo piano. We get back to the chorus, it's mezzo forte, kind of. Third verse will be, second verse rather, still medium loudish. Back to the chorus, which will be kind of forte. The third verse also forte, and then quiet. So just starting out soft, building as we go, then backing off at the end again. And I'll remind you as we go. Okay, turn that page over to the Holly and the Ivy. First, remember, let's go into the third system. Oh, the rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. Let's do the melody first. Sopranos, oh, the rising of the sun. Ready? 1, 2. Oh, the rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. Okay, altos, oh, the rising. Ready? Oh, the rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. can sing with him, but it does go kind of high, so you could just opt out and join on the refrain if you like. It goes up to an E, but it's up to you how your voice is feeling that day. Verse 2, tenors and basses, you sing together in unison, the soprano part. Verse 3, everybody in unison. Verse 4, everybody in unison. Verse 5, everybody in unison. So women on verse 1, men on verse 2, and then everybody together unison. Whenever we get to that refrain, oh, the rising of the sun, it's always in parts. Okay? Sopranos and altos if you want. Each time. The ba 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 ba. It's always an eighth note pickup. Some are singing like a quarter note, but each time is ba 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 ba. Okay. Verse 3. Ready? That's the eighth note. As. Sure, we sing that better. 1, 2. Just meant to be carols before we start. We're alternate, the brass plays a song or two. We'll sing one of these, the brass does another one. Just to kind of fill the time because people come early usually. So it's not like a big featured part of the night, but just a nice thing that gives the brass a break. Then we get a little more singing time also. Okay, Ding Dong Merrily on High. For St. Andrew a while ago, right? Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar?
It does.
This is true.
All right, let's start with the alto for a second. So you get ding dong merrily on high, in heaven the bells are ringing. Ding dong merrily the sky is ridden with angels singing. Let's do that much one more time, some other place. But I would much rather spend a lot more time on the work of Christmas coming up for Epiphany. Let's turn to that. You're sounding fine, but I think that's just more work than what it's worth for Christmas.
We can sing all the song.
What song did I say? Sound familiar? We did, I think in 2019. Something like that. Been a little while. And I think we did it after that even on a Sunday. Let's just try it, see what happens. Here we go. 1, 2, tenor.
'Cause I just did this one with another group.
All right, then basically listen to Carl.
Okay, you're on the pin, Colonel.
There you go. All right.
Except I was
When
singing
the
the
kings
tenor.
and princes are home. 1, 2.
To
Okay, six. May you
How do you want that pronounced, last word? Z-I-K.
Are you gonna want the seconds? No, okay. Just sing this, okay, okay.
Yeah, because it's double anyway.
Okay.
He's singing that. He's
Okay, sopranos, two make. Ready? Altos have the zick be later.
pronouns.
When the soul of the angels is still, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back with their flock, the work of Christmas begins to find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoners, to reunite the nations, to bring peace among brothers. When the song of the angels is still, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back with their flocks, the work of Christmas
Why don't you have a seat for a second? There's a few spots that concern me. In general, it sings very nicely, but this is a mistake, a thing that we've been doing in lots of other pieces, so I want to address it here too. We have a tendency, like when we're supposed to be singing through the phrase or not taking a breath altogether, we have a tendency to try and finish the word when we cut out for our breath. Okay? And it happens really noticeably a couple of times here. For instance, like, let's say if you look at page 4. So, we're not really breathing after when the kings and princes are home. We're taking a breath after home. But what I hear sometimes is something like, when the kings and people are finishing the word kings early, but it should be when the kings and princes are home. Every time there's an S where we're not taking a breath together, you should not finish the word early. If you're taking a breath, you don't finish the word. Because the S, in general, always hooks on to the next word. So that when we're reading, it would say kings and princes are home. When it reads in English, it says kings and princes are home. But we can't see it. Kings and princes are home. We elongate the vowel. What happens is kings and princes, because princess. Some people are going like princess instead of prince at our home, right? If you don't finish the word, you don't finish the word. But the Z sound of princess doesn't go until czar. Princess, czar, home. You know what I'm saying? We have a tendency to do that lots of times, especially with an S or a Z.
Learning how to bridge with a breath.
That's right. And what I want you to get in the habit of is not doing the S or the Z at the end. Especially if you'll have different body types and different ages and things, so maybe you can't make it through a whole phrase. That's totally okay. You breathe when you need to breathe. As long as I didn't say, do not take a breath here. You know, sometimes that happens. But right in general, if you need a breath, you just stop and take a breath, but do not finish the word when you bow out for a breath. Princess, because everyone else is putting the Z on princess. The Z happens later. But because you were panicking, in a sense, to think of princess are home, because your brain tells you finish that word, you didn't finish that word. You know that I'll get you on diction if you don't finish words, right? But what you have to be conscious of is everyone breathing here together. If the answer is no, then you shouldn't finish it. Right? Don't say the Z if it's early, because that sounds like a mistake. And everyone, it sounds like, oh, they don't know what they're doing. So it's a mind shift that you really have to think about. Most of the consonants that we sing are actually elided onto the following consonant on the next beat. Does that make sense? The vowel is the longest part of the beat, and then the consonant at the end, especially if it's an S or a T or a Z or something like that, hooks on to the next word. Because otherwise we can't go, princess are home, or we stop singing. But princess are home. Right? That's just one spot. It happened like the word at the bottom of page 4 too. The work of Christmas begins. Instead of Christmas begins. The work of Christmas begins. Christmas begins. Right? It's just a matter of how we think about what we're doing. Our business, we're in the business of vowels, right? And the consonants get in the way of the vowel. The consonants are what hook on to the next beat. All right? Can you speak from the work of Christmas, the bottom of page 4? Can you just speak it in time? Ready? 1, 2. The work of Christmas begins. See, Christmas begins. Do the work. Ready? 1, 2. The work of Christmas begins to find the lost to see right there on the word lost, because you may have a tendency that you might need a breath, but we're not breathing it. The altos still have a part to go. We're not breathing until the word broken. After the word broken. If you need a breath before that, you take a breath, that's okay. But don't finish the word, because you finished it early for all 25 months. You sing now from to find the lost. Just be conscious of where do those S's go? Where do those T's go? Find the lost. 1, 2.
To
watch when I'd be down in Florida.
Yeah. We do a lot of good work. I'm being picky about things, but, I just me. I just sit down, Greg all the time.
And could you be back with their flock, so like a flock, at the right number?
When the shepherds are back with their flock, with their flock. Okay, I think that would be good for you. Let's run through the hands that first held Mary's child. This is for this Sunday. singing this one, the words will be up on the screen, of course, so people could have a better chance of understanding them. But really, in general, I think we need to work harder to pronounce most of the words. Right? Especially when the words will be unfamiliar. People don't know what this text is. It's a beautiful text, but we have to be much more conscious in general. What words are we saying? What vowel am I singing? Where does that consonant go? We're losing track a bit of some of the technicalities. So that's going to be our focus come the new year. To really think about how do we break this apart technically? How do we do it so that we're all precise? So that we all, because the more that we can get in that way, the better the music sounds, the more moving it is to people. So it seems like a mechanical approach. It really is the best way to make sure we really are together and make better music together. All right.
Will the words to that be on the screen?
They will.
Because I noticed in listening to the concert that this song, Breath of Heaven, was
Right.
understanding the word, but this song, it was,
Very
people didn't
difficult.
know.
Yeah, I couldn't, I had a really hard time.
Sure, and there's a lot of words too. Kind of unusual.
Yeah.
You know, I really, what you're talking about, Dan, I went to a funeral the other day at Our Lady of Dreams House. 4 people in the choir, SITB. Their harmony was, God, it was so impeccably perfect. But the soprano, her voice was absolutely perfect. But I couldn't understand some of the words. So it really hit home.
We'll see that sometimes. Okay, let's run through in the week quickly. A week from Sunday. Verse 1, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
Back. 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do If I Were a Wise Man again. And wise. It's a Z sound. I know it says S, but it's wise. Wise. 2, 3, 4. Now, can you be softer on this? It's like a bunch of bees. Wise. If I were red. Give him again. Ready, go. You're singing through. Give him. Keep singing. My heart. It's not a breath time. We just close on the head to pump. Give him my heart. Give. Ready, go. Ready, go. That's my favorite Christmas carol.
Yeah.
Good, okay. Provided we have enough folks, I'd love to do it a cappella like we just did.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely. All right. Just before we go here, look at my list. When we do Silent Night, Night of Silence, I'll remind you, but same way we did the last couple of years. Everyone sings Night of Silence on verse 1, then everyone sings Silent Night on verse 1. Then the men and women split verse 2 and verse 3. Okay? The way that split works is it's a separate sheet. Remember that that's kind of goes the other way. So when after we sing verse 1 of Night of Silence, and then verse 1 of Silent Night, then verse 2 the men sing Night of Silence, and then they sing verse 3 Silent Night, and the women sing verse 2 of Silent Night and verse 3 of Night of Silence. Okay? So right now, can we sing verse 2 and verse 3? Just for practice. So verse 2 is the men singing Night of Silence, while the women sing Silent Night, and then we flip. All right, let's just do that much, just so we can practice those points. Verse 2, Night of Silence for the men. Verse 2, Silent Night for the women. Ready?
What happens on the first verse of the night of
Everyone
silence?
sings Night of Silence on the first verse.
Okay, oh.
And then everyone sings Night of Night. And then we do that split. Take out the sheet that's Today is Born Our Savior. Let's just review those parts. Let's go through just the harmony parts of Breath of Heaven, just to refresh that in our mind. You know, in verse 2 and 3. So on page 6. So I'm going to start at page 31, Jacqueline. I think it's it. First. you Sunday like usual, and then I'll see you Tuesday night, 9:15. And then Sunday after that, Sunday after that.
What's the dress for Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve is as you please. I mean, dressy, of course.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you.
Well, you gotta still keep working, right? Monday, we bought her, she bought a mattress, a tower base, a sleigh bed, a chest, a nightstand, a table, drop got her insurance. Spent that.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to Have you ever been to our Lady St. Kitts So you've seen that organ? And the sound system, I could not believe those four people and how they sounded. Oh my God.
They were probably hired guns.
No. I don't know, they look pretty comfortable with where, like,
Probably
That's,
they're singers.
yeah.
They're professional singers.
You know, it sure sounded like it, because at first I thought they had additional backup.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
piped in music as often as that sounds, but you know what I'm talking about.
But yeah, no, I'm sure they were singing, but yeah,
Oh, they were, and they